Guys, it's almost time. I think it's the 10th, right? Yes. We're almost back to school. 2 more days left. Well, today and tomorrow. It'll be the 12th. Back to school. For this area. Maybe not everywhere, but here. Yes, we're here in sunny, hot, warm Florida still. Out here with my good old friends, the chickens. Yeah, the chicken coop. Yeah, guys. A lot of things going on today. Well, we had that hurt. Yeah, Debbie just passed us by this last week, and I guess it's still aggravating the people up in the northern part of the country. We got another one possibly coming up this coming week. Deadpool may be hitting it $1 billion this week, so that's a cool thing to see if it makes it. And Disney's announcing all their D23 stuff over in California today, so I heard some new interesting movies coming up in the near future. Incredibles 3, um, the new Avatar film, Fire and Ash. I think it's called Fire and Ash, something like that. A couple other cool stuff. Hey, Terrence, what's going on? So, Terrence, what do you think about? I've been catching little snippets of the D23. I guess the new stuff coming out. Got the Skeleton Crew, which to me looks like a kid's show to me. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be bad or not, but I think even Rob was saying doesn't look Star Warsy. It looks more like damn, I'm trying to think of what it looked like. Sort of like that '80s movie, The Explorers, or something like a Goonies, or something like a kid friend, like a real kiddish type movie. Tucker, I can only be a few things. 90% of the stuff we're talked about, I don't care. Yeah, I just what I just watching. I was like, I mean, I like The Incredibles 1 and 2, so that might be out 2028. So I don't know when the hell that. I don't know when the hell that was coming out. But let's see. I didn't see none of the I didn't check all the Marvel stuff yet. I know this pretty much the basics ones. They announced really not really much, not much talking about. There's Jr. Man. Dude, I was uptown, man. I was busy. I told you I was
Yeah.
shopping.
You were with a black man, bro.
No, I just got home, man. I just got home a second ago.
Oh, we
It
got
was
a black man on the channel.
yes, you better. That's the man,
You were with
Mr.
him, huh?
Sweetheart. No, I just started, man. We was talking about the Marvel shows that got announced, and we're just talking about that. Avatar 3, The Incredibles 3, Captain 4, Mandarin Govan, Toy Story, Daredevil. They can miss me with everything else. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, Toy Story 4, Toy Story 5. I mean, no, Toy Story 5. What did you put? It's good. I mean, I really don't. I mean, they sort of ended on the fourth one, but I mean, I guess you could do another one. I hadn't seen Daredevil yet, so I hadn't seen that preview, so I will have to check that one out. The Avatar, I want to see. I liked our last two Avatars, so I mean that definitely. Incredibles 3, Cap 4. I'm interested in. I don't think they showed nothing of Thunderbolts yet, did they? I didn't see nothing on that. Mandalorian and Grogu, I did see that, but they didn't show nothing. They just sort of announced it. But we gotta wait 2 more years for that one. That one comes out in what 26, and then we get to see that one's in. Uh, was it 2 weeks after Doomsday? I think 2 weeks after the Doomsday movie comes out. So I'm assuming they'll probably change that. Sure, they'll change that date. And then they're supposed to have the Ray movie that December, and then they're supposed to have another movie the year after that. But I don't know which one that one's going. They didn't announce something on that one, so yeah. Tucker, I don't care about the fun. Yeah, I know, but they didn't. But they didn't even show nothing. I'm surprised they didn't show nothing. I'm surprised they didn't try to hype it or something. But but yeah, that Skeleton Crew, man, that did not look. That looked too. It looked like they should just. I don't know. It just looked too non-Star Wars. It too looked like for like young kids, like a young kids Star Wars show. It might be hell. Young kids might like, it, but it just did not look. It ain't gonna push the story any. So we'll see. Yeah, Tucker, the lineup isn't the Thunderbolt, Ironheart. Okay, I didn't see the Ironheart. I know they're supposing out in Aga. And did they announce the Wonder Man? Because I saw somebody posted something. Did they announce the Wonder Man show? Oh, and also Armor Wars. Did they announce anything on that? I know Blade's gone. I know they've already took that one out, but I was wondering if did they announce anything on Armor Wars or what's the other? Like I said, I know the animation is pretty much. I think they put a What If, and there's another What If season 3, a Wakanda series, the zombie show, a zombie series, and Spider-Man. Wonder Man did, but yeah, they didn't show. I didn't know. I didn't know if they showed it or not, or did they announce it? And how about the Vision Quest? Did that one get announced? Because they kept rumoring about the White Vision Quest, or whatever it's called. Have you seen this? No, I haven't seen it yet. I want. I'll probably watch it when it comes on Peacock.
Oh,
It'll
let
probably
me
be.
charge my phone for a little bit. I'll be right back. Okay?
All right, go charge it, man. Anybody watch Mufasa? I saw the previews of it. Maybe. I mean, it might be all right. Ducker, nobody wants to see Vision. No, I know, but I know. I just seen it. It was one of those rumored things that I guess they're trying to push the thing. I mean, it was that, and then there was rumors of a Nova show. I don't know if that I don't. That's what I was saying. I didn't get all the little bits and pieces of it. I seen it was going to have another Tron movie, and I guess Tron is going to have what's his name? God, what's his name? He's got a damn name. The guy played Joker and Morbius. He's supposed to be the head guy in this one. Yeah, yeah, that's the problem here. It's like nobody wants to really see none of these shows. It's just they haven't produced nothing nobody really wants to see. They're going way off the mark, way off the mark. Dave, you didn't like the Skeleton Crew trailer either. It should just cut most of the Disney shows and keep one or two. Yeah, we're really going heavy on they're really going heavy on the sequels on the animated films. Really heavy on them. See, I want like this Moana show coming, a Moana movie. I mean, it's a good kid. The first one was decent for like it's a good kid. My kid's seen it and all that. But that Moana movie was supposed to be a television series. You know how animation when they go from theatrical to Disney Plus or regular Disney Channel shows, the animation's really cheaping down. So I wonder, they were in the middle of doing that and then they changed it into a movie. So I'm wondering if the animation is gonna be sharp as is during the movie, or see what happens. Tucker, the Snow Latina movie won't get my money. I'm out. Less them keep destroying class and then lose money just like that. Like Little Mermaid, they fell because it didn't make 3 times its budget. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I saw bits and pieces of it. It looked like they sort of may have correct. I don't know if they corrected it or not because I know they didn't they change Snow White because it was another actress or something because she was just like just changing everything. They were saying like she don't even said it was against women's right for her to get kissed when she's asleep, and it was all kind of baloney crap. And then even the 7 dwarfs, if you're allowed to call them the dwarfs, there was one dwarf. It was like 6 foot tall, so I don't know how the hell they call that a dwarf. So so I guess they changed it or not. Let's see. At least they changed the no dwarf issue. Things the no drawers even. Yeah, I don't know, Dave. I didn't see no big tall ones. Like you remember the one that came the the trailer came out like a year and a half ago when they was officially going to release it, and they had like a 6 foot. There was two of them there was female drawers, and it wasn't the original drawers. It was one or two female drawers, and there was a freaking like looked like a 6 foot tall dwarf. So I don't know who tall dwarf. I guess I call him. I don't know what the hell. But I don't know. I'm not going to check it out. It didn't catch my eye too good. I don't know. It's kind of we'll see. We'll see. They had the poor Pinocchio sniff crap of a street. Oh, I don't even want to see the Pinocchio. I saw that Pinocchio thing was trash, and then that Peter Pan thing they did too was not that good. The one they did for during the pandemic, the two they released on Disney Plus, that was a god. Was it Peter Pan Wendy or something like that? Oh, that thing was god awful, man. Oh God, how can you just ruin a classic like that? I mean, it was just so cheaply, poorly done. And I mean, it was just that Bob Chapek era. He just throwing whatever stuff they could throw on there. See, a rumor that they was going to have Aladdin too, but I didn't hear. I haven't heard nothing. Who knows? They're releasing stuff in bits and pieces. So I did. Yes, they because normally what this D23 is, they have it what every 4 years or every two, I don't know, 4 or 2 years. It's like the Olympics. And usually you'll get all what's announced. Well, not truly, because the last one they announced a bunch of stuff and some stuff didn't even happen. And um and normally those movies will be out, and then by the next one you get the next sort. So that's what I was just interesting to see what's coming out from between now and like was it 20? I guess the next one will be 26 or 27. The next D23. So I may be on the cusp. Well, the next one comes out, will be right when Doomsday and all that's supposed to be out. So, well, maybe no, because Doomsday will be before because Doomsday's 26. So, Doomsday will be over. So we'll probably have the next event. I guess it'll be X-Men versus the Avengers if they do that. Any Bucks games? I think they play tomorrow or they play tonight. I think it's they. I thought I said the first game is against the Bengals. It's either tonight or tomorrow. Is it preseason? I believe right. We're in preseason. I don't even know if the Olympics are still. Is the Olympics still going? Because I haven't. I didn't watch one or two things on the Olympics this year. I didn't really care about that crazy ass open ceremony. I didn't even watch nothing. From now on, when stuff doesn't look good, I'm not dedicating time to it. I'm uh, not one of these critics to have to watch everything cap for it. Yep. Hey, Mary, what's going on? Well, that's true, man. Yeah, if you do, man, unless it's just, I know when a Marvel movie comes out in Star Wars, you sort of have to, because I mean that's the main. Well, a lot of this stuff is, dude. If you have, it's a lot of wasted money for us. Because like Snow White, I mean, if you just, I mean, some of these critics do because they get free passes from Disney. Like I know, like some of these bigger critics, they real big critics, but God, I wouldn't waste my money with some of this stuff because it's not even worth the talk of the time. I mean, right now, I mean, yeah, definitely like New World. The Captain America's definitely a watch because you need to watch that. You need to know what's going on there. And it looks good. I want to see it. I mean, it's something I want to see, but it's something you need to watch that just to see how the story goes because. I think that one is going to determine what the hell's how we're going into Dooms. We're still all out in everywhere land on every character. Every freaking character is all over the place. We got Black Panther over here. We got Thor over here with the new with the fun with the little kid, and we got the God. We got Captain America over here. We got the Hulk here. Everybody's spread out everywhere. So hopefully this Captain America starts bringing in the bringing all the crew back together a little bit because you got to because it's and then with Fantastic Four coming in, it's got to integrate them in and because I mean you can't just Doctor Doom shows up in the middle of nowhere and everybody just shows up to fight him. You got to have some kind of together grouping everything back together. Let's see. I might watch Agfa out of curiosity. Well, right now I don't have Disney Plus, so I mean I'm not gonna go out of my way unless I just hear some just outstanding reviews or something for it. I just ain't gonna. Tucker, if the trailers don't look good, I'm not paying a
show I'm watching or has the episode. But yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, I understand it. Unless they treat the Star Wars franchise right, I will stay displeased. Well, I don't think, Dave. I don't think this skeleton crew is going to really bring your faith back into Star Wars. I mean, it might. If you got a little, if you're like a 10 or 12 year old kid, or 8 year old kid, I don't know, and they just put on Disney Plus, and they like put in like the little little kid section. One minute you're watching Bluey, and next one you watch the Skeleton Crew. I mean, that's the sort of what it looks like to me. But if you're like a hardcore Star Wars fan, I don't think it don't look like it's gonna really just make you jump for joy. You ain't gonna get that old shit moment like maybe like when Luke Skywalker showed up in Mandalorian too. You ain't gonna get that. In terms which is worse, Rise of Skywalker or Last Jedi? Uh, well, Last Jedi started the downfall tumble, and then it sort of made Rise of Skywalker what it is. I mean, that was the problem with the Last Jedi, the way they killing Snoke and Luke killing Luke, and that was the tumble. So probably last. Well, I mean, the Rise of Skywalker was a worse movie, but the Last Jedi is it decapitated the franchise. It decapitated the trilogy because pretty much. Pretty much, it, I mean JJ. I ain't saying he's the greatest, but they really fucked him in the ass. What's his name? Making that Last Jedi movie. So he pretty much left him in like a dead spot. So he pretty much didn't have really much where to go. They are planning Star Wars movies 2025, 2036, or 2026. Well, probably the way they're going, Dave, they probably be 2036. They're supposed to be two. Well, no, actually, no. No, Dave, it's going to be 2026. They're not going to have none in 2025. It's going to 2026. They're supposed to have uh, the Grogu movie, Mandalorian Grogu movie. It was supposed to be 2025, but they moved to 2026. But it's like a couple weeks after Doomsday, so which probably will get moved again. And then the was it December 2026 is supposed to be the Ray movie. Woo! I'm really excited about that one. The New Order or whatever it is. And then December 2027, they're going to have. It wasn't announced, but more likely, I'm hearing it's supposed to be that. Was it the Dawn of the Jedi or the one it's supposed to be the first Jedi or whatever the hell it was? They didn't mention nothing about the Thrawn movie or nothing like that. So I think we're supposed to get Ahsoka and all that too, but they haven't even started that. So before that happens, so. But Tucker, I'm done with Star Wars unless it's the Mandalorian. That IP has me in throne room battle is the Last Jedi, only saving grace. The throne room battle, yeah, but yeah, like I'm saying, yeah, it was, yeah, but that battle pretty much screwed the whole series because when you killed Snoke, I mean, it was like the way they killed him, So he, Snoke was so powerful, and he couldn't sense Kylo going to do that to him, so it's just like, it destroyed the whole thing. The way they did Snoke dirty, he was. Well, yeah, I mean, you got this big bad. Then here's the problem with the next one, and Terrence agreed with me. They just threw him away like he was an old clone piece of trash. And you see him in an old tank that they was just a bunch of old rotted meat. So they build up this badass character in the first movie, and then we get to see him, in the second movie, and that was that was the cool part. We got to see him, and that movie could have been so much better. Okay, I know people were pissed because the way they had Luke and he didn't give a fuck and all that, but you could have made going into the third movie so much better, and you wouldn't have had to have the damn Emperor. I mean, Snoke wouldn't have got killed. I would have pulled Snoke, kept Snoke going, and yes, Luke comes back. He's changed heart, but he don't freaking die on the end of it. And the whole ending was just shit, man. Where they were just that thing over where he just like shooting the missiles at him like boom 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 boom, boom, and it was like a joke. They sort of made that a joke, but Force Awakens was cool. The rest of the trilogies was sloppy. Well, that's what I'm saying. The Force Awakens Yeah, I mean, yeah, with Fate Force Awakens, yeah, it was a sort of a repeat of the New Hope, but it had enough. It had some originality, but like I said, you did not have to bring the Emperor back. And even if they did bring the Emperor back, the Emperor, the Snoke's working for the Emperor. That's fine, but don't. But he should have had Snoke there on that place the Emperor's at. He should have, he should have been there, and that should have been the final battle. You got this big had big son of a bitch and Luke. He should have fought Luke. I mean, should have had a battle with him and Luke. That would have, face to face. That would have been really good. And then the thing with Carrie Fisher, dude, they see the problem. See, I guess their plan was to kill one of the original people every trilogy, and then they got then they got screwed, on the third one because Carrie Fisher died before the third one was even filmed. So then they had to do this, damn foot, had to get all this footage from the other clips and movies to make it make sense. So hell, yeah, you lost the three originals. So that's when they had to bring Lando back. And oh, they did. I did see this, Terrence. The Lando series, they officially canceled it. The Lando series that they were going to have, I guess it's officially done. It was, I guess, semi-announced on, I guess, some investor call or something the other day. So that movie, that and Blade are both out the door. Which I don't know if the Lando series would have been any good, but it's gone. I mean, it's sort of out the door. Film was terrible, character nothing but a black janitor. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They didn't do, and they never really did with nothing with his character. Even after the first one, they never progressed his character. No, good that they wouldn't have worked anyway. Yeah, Finn officially named is a police code for homicide. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Okay, Terrence, let me ask you this. Are you looking forward to that Ray movie that's coming out in 2026 of Christmas? I mean, where are you going to go with it? I mean, are they going to bring Kylo Ren back from the dead? I mean, where are you going to go with it? I'm just like, I don't think nobody wants to see Ray. And I mean, well, I guess I don't think Finn's coming back either. I mean, unless somehow they talking. I guess money talks. But I mean, where you go? I mean, is it going to be okay? Is the Emperor going to come back for the third time or fourth time? I mean, it's Jr. What's going on? But I mean, is he coming back for the fourth, fifth time? I mean, is it gonna somehow his ghost, made his way to something else, or I mean, how do you? Okay, I like Ray, but her character doesn't make sense. Just because I would smash Ray doesn't mean I want to have another movie. That's a bad idea. Well, yeah, yeah, exactly. Thank you, Jr. I appreciate that, man. Well, yeah, I mean, it ain't that. It's like well, shit, I can't do. Yeah, it ain't that. It's just what where do you go with it? I mean, the ending was just so doled out. I mean, how do you? I mean, I just okay, we're done with that. Please go to the old Republic. For come on. It's like they got all this material and all these massive characters that people want. Well, they don't want them to screw it up like they did the Acolyte movie, but Blarth Plagueis and Bane and Revan and all them, and they can't even make a damn animated. This is what I don't understand. They can't even make a damn they won't even make an animated series of the Old Republic. So why can't we at least make a damn animated series and see how people react to that first? Okay, if they're scared, I don't know if they're scared to make those characters or what, but instead of keep making another damn Clone Wars or another Bad Batch movie or another Skeleton Crew or some of the same damn time period that we've seen multiple times. I'm tired of the damn Clone Wars era. I don't want to see another fucking Clone Wars series, movie, or anything in that area. I don't want to see another fucking series in the Clone Wars. You know, make instead of a damn Bad Batch show, or now they're going to have their Batter Batch or whatever the hell's the next batch thing. So make make a old Republic animated series or something.
That's just my thoughts about it. And then if it don't do, if nobody's interested, okay, then all right, let's don't, and we're gonna say, okay, let's stay away from. But but don't do no, don't do no acolytes. Don't have. Filoni needs to prove here, like and all this crap stuff. But get in there. He knows what's going on. Just do the damn thing. It's Chuck Stop, man. Yep. Just do the old play. Don't trust me. No, recast. Look, Tucker, I'm not really excited anymore about entertainment. Most of the new stuff is why. Yeah, they'll figure a way to. They'll figure a way to. Well, hell, the problem is what he's. This is the problem with him doing the older shows too. Is they're messing up the freaking. They're messing up the characters, where actually the original series ain't making sense. I mean, Plagueis is out there hiding it, but where's these other characters have to do with him? I mean, you got to go from Plagueis to to the Emperor, Palpatine. So all these other characters, whatever these witches and the twins and all, they have nothing to do with the prequel series. So they need to. It's gonna have to fin out. Fin. It's gonna have to make sense, but like Old Republic, they got the content. They got the stories. They got the video. They got the stuff. Start that when you had all those freaking before it was the rule too, and you had hundreds of Sith running around fighting. Do it back. Do it that, but do it. But like I said, if they're scared to do it, do an animated series first. The animated series won't cost them as much money. Do it just like the Clone Wars, but an animated series of the Old Republic. Do about what you could do. Do about 3 or 4 seasons of it. See if it pans out. Do it over from Bane to Revan, all the rest of them, all the other the great Siths. They were just get their people see how the reaction. I'm sure the fans will be like, holy shit, we want this, and then okay, now that's okay. Let's do a live action. I mean, if that's what they're worried about, do an animated series first. It won't hurt it. An animated series won't hurt it. I ain't gonna say live action because they're the same as the movies because anime you don't. Hopefully, you can't screw it up as bad as you would. Um, yeah, yeah. Well, Terrence, the problem is it's going to take. Well, right now you've seen the lineup, so and there's nothing else listed in Star Wars. I think there's some Lego Star Wars shows or something. That's the only thing else I saw. So, skeleton after the skeleton crew, technically there ain't a show out. I didn't see nothing else out. There's some like a. I don't even think they even had another. There's another animated film. I think the Bad Batch is done, isn't it? I think isn't it done? So technically, or they one more Bad Batch. I don't know. Does they got one more Bad Batch coming out, or I don't even know if we got a third season of that or not because I didn't even see that. What you got? Say Tucker, I just wanted to thank you and all your support recently. I passed 24K subhumans and awesome, man, brother. That is awesome. Terrence, you've been doing it a long time. You have some great content, man. And I mean, I love you. That's like I said. I was telling people other. I said I love your reviews. I mean, and you tell it how it is. And the thing is, you don't shit the shit. You know the facts. I mean, there's a few of y'all on here. I'm really good friends. Like I know, like you. I know Nindroid. He's like, he knows Star Wars from the back of his hand. I mean, but I know you're like deep into that. Marvel, DC, Star Wars. It's like y'all know. I mean, y'all know stuff. Is like hell. I don't even know what the hell. I like Nindor. He was telling the numbers of the back of a ship the other day on the back of one of them Star. I was like, they certain things, and I was like, I was like, yeah, hell, I know. But I mean, y'all know some stuff, so that's cool. When y'all do videos, man, it's like y'all deep dive into all this, details and stuff. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Look at this man's guy. What was it? Look at this man, guys. What look, man? Which guy? Look at this man, guys. Love all your friends, and you got to show love to all of us. He, Jr. Man, T's been doing, man. He's been doing this thing, and here's the thing, Terrence, YouTube screwed Terrence. Well, haven't when was it? A couple years ago, he screwed that YouTube screwed him over on his channel, and I didn't. I think he started. Didn't you start over? And you had to, and he built it back up. He built that empire back up. YouTube has screwed a couple of people around here and there, and they've built it. They're building it back up. But that's awesome, man. 20K, 24K. That is awesome. Fuckers, they screwed me 8 times. I know. You were saying something. They yeah. Jr. He had his channel about what it is now. YouTube just you know how YouTube is for some BS, and he built it right back up there. Just imagine where he would be if the YouTube wouldn't have screwed him, man. You'd be up there. You'd be one. You'd be like Mr. You'd be up there up in the Mr. Beast territory, Terrence. Because I mean, Terrence been doing it for a long time. He was doing it way, way, way before I even started, and back in the early 2000s. But yeah, T-Verse just loving you, dude. Nah, J man. Jr. Man. They did. He had a big, pretty good sized channel, and they screwed him over there. I mean, that sucks. You build a big following. Of course, you got. I mean, you can. Most of your followers are going to come back to you, but it's just that time and effort, and they screw you all. You got a lot of content, and then sometimes, it's depending if you saved it or not. If you got good stuff, and YouTube just shoots you down and takes everything off, yeah, it's kind of crap. And then you sometimes that stuff you can't bring back. But you just start over. But Tucker, I've been doing YouTube since 2012. Yeah, I know you've been. It's been early. That's what I was saying. Early 2000s. You and Chris and Rob and all that. Y'all been doing it a long time. Each one of my channels had thousands, and humans didn't want me to succeed because it was doing and saying what they wanted. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes when you go against the grain, sometimes they don't like it. Especially you start hurting some of certain ones' feelings. When you start, you tell them how it is. They don't like it. And that's the way some of them now, when they, if you talk about the Acolyte or some of this Marvel stuff, they get all pissy at you. Oh, you just are not a fan. I'm like, no, promise we're our fans, and we're very concerned with what we're getting. When you bastardize the freaking your childhood memories and enjoyment you used to enjoy. I had like the last 5 years, a lot of stuff I really enjoyed as a kid and watched and stuff. They like Star Wars and DC and well, not as much Marvel because the Marvel just been really started up in the late 2000s, but a lot of stuff some Marvel, but they've just bastardized it so bad. Even Star Trek, they have really. I mean, they've had some good stuff, but they just like ruined what Star Wars. They have just ruined and some people that they've didn't see the original stuff and all that, and they don't they don't understand when we talk about the Last Jedi, and I was like, dude, you see your heroes, and you see them they intentionally make them fall and fail and make them look stupid and all that, and it's just you know it's just destroys what you enjoyed. Tucker, the concept of being unique is speaking on definitely. Tucker, I will never do anything differently. Always be Terrence. To me, the stuff is like digital journey. Humans can always take my channels, but you can take away my memories from. Yeah, exactly. Just stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself. That's the way you always have to be. True to yourself. Saw the Mando and Grogu trailer. This is okay. Grogu is the star. Well, they didn't show much. Dave, I don't think they showed much to it, didn't they? They showed just a little piece, wasn't it? I mean, I didn't really see much to it. It was just unless I just watched the wrong one, but it was like real clip. It just more the flash of the title and a little bit of him. But thing is, the date. I think they said the date's like 2 weeks after Doomsday. So I'm assuming. I think they said it's like 2 weeks after. So I'm assuming that date probably will be moved. I mean, because if it was somebody else, if Disney didn't own it, but you know, if you, yeah, yeah, probably sell. It's gonna make money and all that. But do you want two of your, gold pieces? They consider, or maybe Mandalorian and Grogu's not, been bastardized yet. It's bad as some of the other stuff, but Doomsday's, hopefully it's going to be another. It's going to be a money making machine. And you got this other Grogu. They're assuming it's going to be another money machine. So I don't know if I want to put them that close. They're going to hurt each other. So, maybe move them a little, maybe a month apart at least, not like 2 weeks. So, but we'll see. I mean, the problem is, yeah, people enjoyed Grogu and excited Grogu, but how long now? Okay, that's going to be summer of 26. Yes, 26, 26. How long has it been since we've seen Grogu? Here's the thing. The last Mandalorian was what, 2 years ago? A year? It's been a year and a half, something like that. So we're still talking 2 more years. Yeah, people not, but it's like, yeah, people are like, oh, be somewhat, still, excited for Grogu, but it ain't like, okay, when you overdo it, but it's been a little stretch. It's a little bit of a stretch since the last movie, and well, that's all of Star Wars. I mean, this acolyte put a bit bad mouth. And, oh, Andor, there are another Andor, but I don't know when that. I don't. They didn't say it. I don't think they showed a timeline. They are going to have another Andor season. I did see that, and I didn't see Ahsoka anything on that yet, and they were supposed to be but I didn't see nothing on the Kenobi if they were going to do that yet. So I don't know when the Andor. I'm not sure when the Andor is, but you got the Skeleton Cruise this winter. So we don't have another really Star Wars until that Grogu movie, unless the Andor is in between there somewhere. So there's like not much, Andor was boring. Leave that alone. Yeah, it really didn't have. I mean, it didn't have nothing to do with the story. I mean, it goes right into Rogue One. I mean, it's between Andor season 1 and Rogue One. That's all it's gonna accomplish. So, but I meant that Mandalorian time frame. Like I said, they screwed the pooch. They didn't have the Rangers of the Old Republics, that series. It was supposed to go in there, and I don't know what the hell this skeleton. I don't know where that time frame is going to be, and it doesn't look like nothing. I don't think it's in the same time frame, so I don't think we're going to see the Mando or even the Boba Fett, or if that all ties in together. Even Boba Fett. There's nothing. Continuing off that Ahsoka series. So Thrawn's in the universe, but we may not see him for 10 years. That's the so what the thing that everybody would see with Thrawn, and that we may not see. Like I said, we may see him for way they're going, maybe 10 years from now. Didn't finish Andor. It was a slow burn. It was really so. Didn't Tucker? Can you be many things, but you should never be boring. Not to mention most humans didn't watch it. No, Terrence, I watched it, but it was slow. It was really, there was a couple good scenes in it, but to me it was really slow, slow, slow. Shifty likes it. Shifty liked it. That was one of his things. It was just very slow. I mean, it wasn't as bad as some of the Star Wars, but it was slow. It just didn't get me excited. It wasn't, it didn't, just wasn't jumping up and down about it. It was just slow, slow. But Bub, what they did to Bubhead was sin. They was wrong. They turned him. Yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying, even him, he's still in that universe with Mando and Ahsoka and. Well, even here's the thing about the the Mandalorians. They never finished off the story of him going back to Mandalore, or even Grogu. Is he going to fight that? What's the thing in the water? God, Recapture Mandalore. They've never. I don't know if they're going to. Is that what Boba Fett and Grogu movie is going to be about, or I was assuming Mandalorian 4 was going to be about that. Bo-Katan and all them. Is that what this movie's going to be about, or if not? I mean, if it's just him circling around the galaxy, hanging out with him and Mando hanging around, that's to me, it's going to be so boring. Honestly, I had little faith in Toy Story 5 at first, but now have a little hope as they are finally doing toys versus technology. Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. I think that one's gonna be on 2 years from now. It should be interesting. But we got to figure out how they bring the gang. We'll have to watch them how they bring the gang back together because the gang's split up. They're all over the place now. The toys are different parts of the country or different parts of wherever they're at. So we'll have to see how that happens. They'll have to bring them back together first, and who's gonna be the new kid? Is it gonna be the girl, or is Andy coming back? Maybe it's Andy. Maybe Andy. Does Andy get him back and he has a kid or something? Does Andy have his own kid? He finds them back, or bring back the story from Luke 1, And does Andy's kid has an iPhone and a Xbox Series X and all that, and he don't want to play with Buzz, but he wants to play with the Fortnite and stuff like. So that may be what it is. So that we'll see. If we got a couple years. I liked all the Toy Stories. They were all good in their way. They were pretty good movies, and the Incredible ones too. The Incredible movies, the 1 and 2, I really like both of them. So I have no problem with a third Incredibles. I have no problem with that. Fun stuff there. Here comes my wife. Can I film you? No. Oh, my wife's feeding the chickens. She cooked them some eggs. She got them some fried eggs. Oh, look at them. They're excited. All right. We got a little chicken out. But she going back in. Get her. I'll show in a minute. All right, I have to let my wife move. She's wearing scantily clothes. I can't wear anybody. All right, let me show you. Look at them. They're eating some eggs and lettuce and some good stuff there. They're getting excited. It's like the chicken movie. What's that? What's that movie? I think DreamWorks made it. The chicken movie. Yeah. Yeah. What was that? Chicken Run. If I could remember. Chicken Run movie. Yeah, they're excited. They're getting a little treat for the evening. Chicken Run. Yeah. I thought they were supposed. Did they make a second one? A Chicken Run 2? I thought they were supposed to make, or they're making a second one. Oh, here comes the old mama out of the roof. Look at her. She's running out. She laying an egg. She saw it. Well, the old mama just came out. She saw it. They'll lay some after that. Chicken Run. The first one was funny. It was that claymation. That one name with the rabbit. What was it called? Gromers and something. It was a funny movie. Funny little movie. Yeah, like I said. And what was they're gonna make I guess I'm Frozen 3 and 4 together. I seen that, but that's gonna be like 2027, 2028. You're gonna hurt your arm. Get back. No, you're right there. You're gonna hurt yourself. Get back. Put it away. So they're trying to want to play baseball, and he's hurt his arm. I don't know what he's trying to prove. But besides that, Tron movie, yeah, I have to see it. I ain't seen much pre on it, so see that. What else? Freaky Friday. I think they're doing a sequel to Freaky Friday. We could have just put that on Disney Plus. I don't think that's gonna go nowhere. What other else? Zootopia 2. I guess they're going after a snake or something in this one. Zootopia's okay. It didn't, I don't see making a sequel to it. The chick's upset. A few other things. Let's see. Two. Yeah, they are excited. Yeah. Let's see, about 45 minutes in. Probably about done 10 minutes, guys, or I'm gonna hit that hour mark and then I'll shut her down. And probably do what next stream I'll be doing with old JR on his channel, probably later tonight. I think he got to charge. I got to charge my phone. It's already hitting the lower end of the thing. Tucker's Toy Store doesn't need another movie, but as long as it's good, it won't be upset. Yeah, well, technically, after the third one, Terrence, they really didn't need to make another one after the third one. But yeah, as long as it's as long as it's well written and it ain't just just thrown in there to make a movie, like a lot of movies they did. Yeah, long as it's well written. I mean, I have faith with it because I think the writer is the same writer from the original first couple. I think first 1 and 2. I think are dead. So I think I'm pretty confident with him. So and then as long as as long as it's good, well done, the story's good. It's like I said, everything. That's the thing in everything. As long as the story's good, as long as we get a good story. That's the same way Incredibles. Incredibles, if they don't do a good story, it could be just total trash. But if they as long as they got a good story and it makes sense and it's entertaining. That's the thing with Star Wars. If they would just, if they and in Marvel too, it ain't all about flash and explosions. And I mean that helps out and lightsaber. It helps out, but if the story's trash, it doesn't matter how many explosions and all crap. You know. Yeah, I mean, you go look at the Last Jedi. You look at freaking the Rise of Skywalker or whatever the hell it was. Yeah, there was a lot of goddamn explosions. There was a lot of flying around jets, and there was a little bit of lightsaber in here, but this story sucked. So it don't matter. Yeah, there was some cool parts, but story sucked. So Incredibles movies are better than any Fantastic Four. Yeah, that's true. They are. I'm very surprised they didn't make a live action Incredibles movie. I am very, very surprised they didn't do that. But Josh, go inside. Go inside now. But yeah, I'm surprised. Well, look at Disney. Disney's not got a good track record when it makes those. Look, they had the Power Rangers, and look how they screwed them up. Then they end up selling them for like Dollar Tree price, and I mean, of course, well, the next movie wasn't that good either, but they could have did a lot better. So characters and stories always come first. Explosions, fight scenes don't matter when the story. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. That's what I was saying. The Rise of Skywalker. There was a lot of damn explosions. There was some fight scenes. There was some cool scenes, yeah, but it was like the story was so choppy and so just did not make sense. So it was like, was it worth? Was it really worth it? Yeah, I mean, Kathleen Kennedy's always, oh, it was $1 billion movie. It made over $1 billion. Yeah, it made over $1 billion. But is it one of the rememberable $1 billion movies? It's one of them, do I just want to pop it in the? Well, we don't have a VHS or CD or DVD anymore, but well, some people do. But is it one of my? Oh, I hear it is on the shelf. I'm gonna pop in it or now stream it. It's like, nah. I mean, I seen it at the theater once, and I may have seen it like 2 or 3 more times after that. Maybe I'm trying to think. I've seen it at least 3 times, but I haven't seen it in a while. I canceled Disney Plus last year, so I haven't seen it in at least a year now, so at least over a year. But if I had Disney Plus, is it a movie I just let me go watch it right now? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Frozen live action did happen. It was once upon a time years ago. Yeah, that was it was their ABC show or something. It was. Power Rangers was around 30 years. It's sad, but a lot of great memories. Yeah, but see that I'm saying, Terrence, Disney had it. They got it, and they did not do new. I don't understand how they didn't just, you know, give it to Kevin Feige. After they bought Marvel, they just, I guess they said, oh, we got something out for boys, and
super fan movie, so they just sold it all. They sold it all for nothing. They paid a lot of money for it, and they basically sold it all for like a couple million. They didn't sell it for nothing. I mean, just the merchandising rights, the would have been worth more than they sold it for. But I would have gave it to Kevin Feige or someone and had it retooled into Marvel or something. Just tied it up with Marvel or something. But it didn't make sense what they just threw away a franchise that, and it hasn't been still. I guess it's with Paramount now. I guess Paramount deals with it or something, but they still haven't did nothing with it. Paramount or Netflix, I think Netflix. But there was so much they could have did with that. Fan Four Stick was bad. Love the Thunder was worse. Yeah, I just saw Fan Four. I was down when I was down. I rewatched Fan Four Stick. That was a really screwed up movie, dude. I'll tell you, the movie was more screwed up, and I know Terrence agreement. It was Madam Web. That was the most god awful Marvel Sony movie I've ever seen. That had to be the worst. It was to me. It was worse than Morbius. I don't. It was terrible. I mean, yeah, the women in it look good, but the movie sucked. We never had an actual Frozen movie. They afraid to make that because probably just race swap all the characters. I remember the show Power Rangers and X Men cartoon to prime time for 2 days. Tucker, even Fantastic Four movies was terrible. All four were terrible. Yeah, even the one, yeah, they didn't show to us. Tucker, they just can't get the Fantastic Four right. Worse than Howard the Duck. Oh yeah, it was worse than Howard the Duck. I enjoyed. I can at least Howard the Duck. I can go back and laugh at, and I enjoyed it as an '80s movie. It's just those type of movies. Yeah, they might have been bad. I mean, they would probably today's standards they would call Goonies a trash movie. But to us, when we grew up in the '80s, I mean, you enjoyed them type of movies. Yeah, but yeah, I'm like, even though they say Howard, yeah, I know Danny doesn't like Howard, but I'll still watch and laugh at. There's parts of it, it's just '80s. It's '80s, that '80s feels. You just gotta love. But Madam Web was so bad. Yeah, yeah, but Howard Duck was at least funny, bad. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. Those '80s movies, like even though some of them were bad, but they still that '80s feel with funny. Madam Web wasn't funny. It didn't make no sense. And it was just what the hell. I mean, at the very end, I guess she was blind at the very. Oh, if I'm spoiling, I'm sorry, guys. If I spoiled Madam Web for you, I guess they were finally making her like she was like that old, but she wasn't the old woman. She was there with the other Spider Women, in that room, and like she was like in that days, confused area or whatever the hell they call it. But it just was fucking terrible. I mean, that movie, dude, it was terrible. My son was like, "What the hell is it?" My son's only he's 14 years old, and he's getting pretty good in the movies, newer movies and all that today. And but he said this was god awful. I mean, he liked Morbius better. Oh, it was way worse than Morbius. It was way worse than Morbius. I mean, Morbius was bad. I ain't gonna say Morbius was bad, but I understood Morbius more than I did this movie. I did not understand it. The whole her being a paramedic at the beginning, and it took too long to get started, and then the jungle spiders, and I mean, it just did not make. And the bad guy, I did see that. That didn't make no sense either. I mean, I guess I really didn't. I read the comic or whatever the hell. The lady that's help. They basically had a lady in there. She looked like the Morgan Freeman from Batman. Where he's scanning, looking for the Joker and all them television screens. Well, they basically had the same thing. Her looking, this lady looking for all the Spider Women. I guess this the I can't even remember the guy's name because I don't know hell who was and what he was like a Dollar Tree Spider Man, but it wasn't a Spider Man. He was like a Dollar Tree Spider Man type character, and he Jesus, I mean it was like I don't know if he was like he was a businessman or something, but these Spider Women are supposed to take him down in the future, so he's trying to kill them when they're young. But it was like it did not make sense. What is she kept like imagining the future, and she was trying to react, do stuff before the future happened. But it was just god awful. I don't know. Zico, is that who I didn't know who the hell this guy was. I didn't make. I was like, who the hell is this guy? I didn't. I mean, we was watching it late night, so I couldn't have it out too loud. But it was trying to watch it with everybody else was sleeping. It was like, God, I was about fell. I actually almost fell asleep twice. It was just so boring. Yeah, Madam Web was a disgrace to Spyro. Ezekiel was supposed to be to fight Peter Parker, not females playing cosplay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Cars was screwed up after Cars 2 or 3 wasn't necessary, and 4 why really find Nemo 3 would have happened. Finding Dorothy. Yeah, I've heard they're supposed to make another Cars. I don't think they announced it, but I did hear they were supposed to make another Cars movie. So I guess they think it still sells. Tucker Ezekiel was ruined. He was laughable, but yeah, I didn't. Yeah, Zeke, is that who he was? I do. It did not make sense, and it just it was bad. Do you like I did the Venom 1 was okay. Venom 2 was terrible. I did not like Venom 2. They ruined Carnage. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of Venom 1 because I just didn't like the way they messed up everything, the story and all that. But I did not like. I like Woody Harrelson. I like the idea of Woody Harrelson as Carnage, but I don't like him PG and Carnage. I didn't like that PG version of Carnage, and the movie was short and just over and done. Boom, boom, over and done. And it's like, okay, we just got to in this movie. Boom, boom, over and done. I did not like, and this third one, I'm not too crazy about it either. Looking at it, and then we got Craven coming out. I don't even know what the hell that's going to be. I like Carnage, but the movie was yeah. That's gonna say I like Woody Harrelson as Carnage. I didn't like the way they PG'd him. Carnage is and Terrence is a big comic book guy. He knows everything. Carnage is not a PG character. They really butchered him bad the way they did. Yeah, not violent. It was PG. I mean, you could have put in on the Family Channel. It was not that violent for the character. It's sort of like putting Deadpool on the family, way that Once Upon a Deadpool. That's what he did, and they just really just butchered the character, bad. Look at the Venom movies are just yeah, exactly. I guess this one's going to end it, and I've what's so bad. I've heard they're going to have if they don't bring one of the other Spider-Mans, they're supposed to have their own Spider-Man in this one. So if it ain't Toby or it ain't Garfield or it ain't the MCU Spider-Man, fuck his name, they're supposed to bring another Spider-Man, so it's going to be a joke. Sony just freaking. Tucker explained to me how Ezekiel struggled with in inexperienced female. That's what I was saying. The girls wasn't even their characters yet. This was I guess this is the future Spider Women. That's what I was. That's what I didn't understand because they were flashing forward and back, and the girls were like wasn't even got their power. I guess they hadn't even had their powers yet, but they was inexperienced and hell he couldn't even take care of them, and it was just like I don't know. I like I said I had never seen or much heard about. I know Basco and his show was talking. Somebody was talking about him on one time, but to me it was like that movie should not have been made. I don't know. Okay, yes, okay. If you want to have a Madam Web character, maybe in a future Spider-Man movie, but I wouldn't have. There's, I mean, Terrence, you know about it, but your average day human, I'm gonna say your average day human doesn't know who the hell Madam Web is. So when you go into that movie and you're expecting you're a average regular human Marvel fan, and you're like, who the hell is this woman? I have no clue who she is. I mean, at least I knew some from the animated film, a little bit news, but she didn't look like nothing like her character. And Ezekiel, I didn't even know nothing about them. So how is your everyday human Marvel person gonna know who the hell Ezekiel is? They'll be like, who's this Dollar Tree cosplay Spider-Man want to be? That's what they're gonna look. That's what they're gonna be. Let's see, Jack Nicklaus Joker or Iron Nose Magneto. I like Jack Nicklaus Joker, man. That's hard. That's hard to say. Both of them are really good in their own way, but yeah, Tucker, no one cares about Spider-Man's villains in the movies because they made them all good. Yeah, Tucker Madam went flop for one reason. You don't give Madam Web her own movie and you put her in a Peter Parker. Yeah, exactly. That's what I just said. You can't. No one knows who Madam Web is, and no one read the comics. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Terrence. Unless it's you or a few other person that's really deep in the comics, just like just say like my mom and dad go to the theater. They've never read a comic book, but my dad's me and him. They're older right now, but me and him went to movies in the past when I was a little younger, and we watched Spider Man. We both seen Spider Man. He liked Spider Man. He watched, he goes see it on HBO. He sees Spider Man, and we've seen Batman movies and stuff. Just characters. Everybody knows. Well, hell, back when he was younger, before I was born, Spider Man was popular when he first came out, and Batman and Superman. Even your older generation, they know who them characters are. Not maybe not as much Iron Man. Iron Man got more popular than it was back then, but everybody knew who most Captain America, the Hulk, and stuff. And people know who they were. But if I went there and asked my dad who Madam Web was or Ezekiel, he'd be like, he'd say Ezekiel. He'd be thinking I'm talking about the guy in the Bible or something. I mean, he asked about Madam Web, and like who? That's what I'm saying. So you know, unless it's even like your regular Marvel fans, a lot of people, unless they seen that cartoon, they don't know who Madam Web is. So, it, and you know what? Another thing kills it, that Marvel Studios logo. Now, if you go and put Madam Web with the Marvel Studios logo, even though people never heard of it, like, all right, that's a Marvel Studio, so we're expecting Spider Man, or we're expecting the Hulk, we're expecting that's what But if you watch it, when I watched it when it started, it's just Madam Web, and it has a little print on it associated with Marvel. It was like, holy, you wouldn't know. It's another thing. It's like that. Was it that movie that series that was on Hulu or something? What is it? It was the one, the Devil's Son, on that. It was a Marvel character, but they put like a thing of Marvel, and nobody Hellstrom. I think it was called Hellstrom or something like that. I watched it. I mean, it was okay, but without that big old Marvel, hey, produced by Marvel, but studios, but even if it's trash, like She-Hulk or something, like it still is going to get people jumping on it, even if they've never heard of. But we got that little logo like this, produced by Marvel. Yeah, so it's kind of Tony. It's also looked at a regular film. Don't even look like no, she don't look like to the end, but she still don't look like her. I mean, they tried a little bit in. Yeah, the X-Men who know the regular Rogue and her real powers, they don't even read the comics. Well, even the X-Men, people know them more than this Craven movie. A lot of people, unless they put that big Marvel logo, a lot of people, unless they're just Marvel fans, they don't even know that's a Marvel character, because I mean it's like Craven. It's just basically Craven. I mean they look at it and they'll think it's another freaking jungle explorer movie with hunting in Africa. That's what they're gonna look at it. They're gonna think it's like that Ghost in the Darkness or something. They'll think it's something like, because it doesn't look like a Marvel movie. Tucker, Marvel Trinity is Marvel Spider. Iron Man was never a big fan. Yeah, Marvel. Yeah, until the MCU. Most humans don't know him. Yeah, exactly. You still own. Wow. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to get on a little bit, because I got the red light of doom come on beeped me a while ago. So most humans learn about X-Men, learn about the '90s series. Yeah, most humans don't read the comics. Yeah, exactly, but at least the X-Men have had enough movies out that people do understand them. I mean, the basics they understand. Wolverine and Cyclops and Rogue. Yeah, at least the Beast and stuff. At least they're out there, but it's hard to just throw well, here's another thing. Just like Sony was going to do that. What was that character? It's it was a Bad Bunny was going to do. I can't, but they can't. I think they canceled it. What the hell was it? It's Oh God, it was talking about on Basco show. God, what was it? It was some off the wall villain that probably was in like two comic books in the whole history of series of Spider-Man. I can't remember. But we was talking about, and Sony was going to do a movie on this, and I'm like, why?
of they just nitpicking the crap out of every character they could find. I mean, I can't even think of the name of it. I mean, you probably know it. It was Bad Bunny was, yeah, it was a wrestler or some kind of. Bad Bunny was going to play or something like that. But Sony was actually going to do that movie, and I'm like, why? That's offbeat Spider-Man character. You can talk all night. Nah, man. No, Terrence can. Terrence is the talker, man. You get in there with Terrence, man, you're gonna give a 6, 8 hour stream. Oh man. Yep, yep. Oh, text right now, of course, because of the movies. Yeah, yeah. Probably before, yeah, like the X-Men. Well, before the movies, they probably weren't as you know. Well, you got to figure the Hulk. Remember the Hulk had a television show back in the '80s. Spider-Man's had a couple, so they've been there. They've been their thing, and I think didn't Captain America have one? They had an old timey Captain America movies, I know, and they've had their thing. As X Men started a little bit, and Blade too. Well, people got introduced to Blade, with the movies too. But it's kind of hard just to throw. I mean, technically, Blade was a risk back then when they did that Blade movie because nobody. But technically, when Warner Brothers, because it was Warner Brothers who did that, New Line Cinema or Warner, it's owned by Warner Bros. Now. Yeah, that's it right there. That's it. That's it. Fire live action was trash until Toby. Yeah, yeah, it was old. Yeah, it was that one man. Yeah, that old show where he's climbing a wall. I was watching some of that the other day. I was like, man, God, would they nip? What you talk about it? If that came out today, with the special effects, I mean, boy, they would like crucify that show. Or even the old Hulk movie, they would crucify that show. The old Hulk. It was Edward Norton. The old of the old. What was his name? The show back in the '80s. But it was entertaining. It was entertaining. It was entertaining. Marvel live action was trash for decades before. Yeah, Blade One. Yeah, yeah. Well, they don't even mention some of those. They don't even mention some of those. Them old shows they had. And I think there was like 3 Captain Americas. Where they well, they never showed the Fantastic Four. That one never got released. I know. Who else did they do? Well, Spider Man had that live action show. What else? Well, you had Howard the Duck. You had was it Doctor Strange? I believe an old Doctor Strange movie or show, something. Something. I've never seen it, but somebody said it was pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Oh wow. Yeah, Doctor Strange movie. Yeah, yeah. I've heard. I have never seen it, but I've heard it was pretty rough. But well, that's back in then when Marvel was like halftime bankrupt. They were running that whole thing was pretty much in the dirt. The Punisher, yeah, I remember that the old original Punisher. There was 3 Punisher. We've had 3 different Punishers. I love, I do. All right, guys, this is a Easter egg or whatever you want to call it. Since everybody's already seen Deadpool anyway, I love that where he says they've been 3 Punisher because they was mentioning the ones that what's your name killed, and he said there was 3 Punisher, but there was only one blade, and there's going to only be one blade. I love that way he says that. Uh, yeah, yeah. Well, guys, I'm probably gonna have to leave here in like about 2 minutes because I just got the red death light on my phone. It says I got 5% left. So I don't want to just like blank out on y'all here. So probably right after the 70 mark, I'm gonna probably have to leave. But guys, I'll probably be hanging out with this other guy, JR Trucking here, probably in the next hour, probably next hour or so. I gotta get my phone charged up, get something bite to eat, and may take a shower real quick because it is hot. I'm just sweating out here, just sitting out here in the tree because it's so humid. It's probably like 98 degrees out here, just no air blowing, hot. So be hanging out with him. So definitely, guys, I appreciate everybody come in. Terrence, man, always, man, all the facts, all the good stuff, and definitely, man, it's awesome. It's awesome. So hey, we got what we got looking forward to. We got Alien. Alien. With the new Alien movies coming out in a couple weeks.
and then we got Joker 2 coming out in October, I think it is. So got some good movies. Hopefully they were good. Now this supposedly the movie came out this week. I don't know. It's Badlands or something. I've heard nothing bad reviews about it. So um, I mean, I saw the previews of it. Didn't really make. It was like no really didn't make sense. But people have seen it. But most people seen it said it's god awful. So I guess it's I didn't even know. I guess it's a video adaptation of a movie. So yeah, the Alien. I'm looking forward to the Alien. I like the Alien movies. Even some of them are a little sketchy, but the Alien looks good. Joker looks. I'm hoping the Joker's good. I'm hoping the Joker's good. I'm not paying. Oh, I don't. Terrence, I heard it's bad. Do not go see it. It'll be. Trust me. It'll probably be on um, Amazon Prime or Netflix. I don't know who the hell's producing it. It'll probably be on in probably 2 weeks. The way what I'm hearing, I heard it's gone. Well, Jamie Lee Curtis was bad mouthing Ryan Reynolds or something about something, and Ryan Reynolds made her look like an ass. And what I'm hearing, her movie's going to be an ass on this one. So yeah, it looks like trash. I mean, sure it'll get a little bit of money, but what the reviews I heard. Borderlands, not Badlands. Borderlands. My bad. I said Badlands. Borderlands. Borderlands. It's so bad I don't even know the name of the movies. Borderlands. My bad, guys. Yeah, Borderlands. But yeah, it's not gonna be. If if anybody wants to see it, go watch it. But I'm not going to watch it. I'm like Terrence. I'm not going to watch it. I may take a peek at it when it comes on streaming. And in the first 5 minutes, as bad as what I'm hearing, I'll click. I mean, flip it over to something else. That's the way it's gonna work. Uh, yeah. Yep. All right, guys. I'm gonna sign off. Terrence, man, thank you for coming in. If you want to join us later tonight, I'm gonna be on the JR Trucking channel probably an hour or so. Like I said, we'll get phone charged up and ready to go. Be inside where it's cool. Mary, also, if you want to come on in, and anybody else has been hanging out with us, I appreciate it. Walk by Faith and all the other great people. David, we'll probably be on there later tonight. Be in a nice, cool air conditioner, not out here in the hot sun, or not hot, humid. It ain't sun, but it's humid weather. But we'll be out there, guys. If you haven't subscribe to JR Trucking. We'll be over on there. We're trying to build his channel up, get him monetized, and grow his channel up. And appreciate it, guys. Oh, I feel some rain. We might be getting a little rain coming out of the sky. That'd be good. Cool everything off. But all right, Garris does not need anyone to help her. That's considering she's doing a Freaky Friday. Yeah, Freakier Friday. That's another movie I'm not going to pay to see. Trust me. I don't even know if I want to. I didn't like the first one, so I definitely not gonna. Well, the original. I seen the original one back in the early '80s, but I didn't like the remake of it, and I definitely ain't gonna pay to see the one in the movie. So she won't get my money on that one. So, all right, guys, peace. Have a good night and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Because guess if you got kids, you gotta go back. They gotta go back to school Monday. I gotta go back to work. Well, I've been to work, but I will have to go back to regular work. So, peace, guys. Have a good one, and we'll see you soon.